Today and tomorrow are the final 2 days to take advantage of basically either doing the following: becoming the top 1,000 players to be on this leaderboard to basically get a free huge, or to sell absolutely everything related to this event to make gems. I'm doing this primarily to go ahead and physically test if everything is still completely sellable, regardless if it is a teddy bear, a chess mimic, or the red wolf. Now, remember, this explains why there's so many of these inside of the game, meaning the red wolf, and why it is the lowest valued huge at the moment. The most autumn pets combined will put you on the leaderboard, so long as you combine as many as you physically can. So, I'm estimating to make at the very least 375 million gems. Why? I did the math for everything that I basically wanted to go ahead and sell everything for. Remember, you can still make a lot of gems from this event, regardless if you're selling the teddy bear, the chess mimic, and the huge itself, and the gift bags. My main focus is to sell as much as I can as fast as possible before the Saturday update because of the fact that we're getting something amazing: Christmas. So, absolutely everything from this event is completely invalid for me, and I do not care how many gems I end up losing out of this, so long as I'm able to go ahead and quickly sell everything. By tomorrow night, everything will lose value and it will be worthless, at least once the rewards are given. This timer is essentially how long you have to sell everything. Once this timer is up, every single little thing that is a autumn pet that is stat related will be worth nothing. So you have until then to basically sell everything to basically profit from, and I'm gonna test this out. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I know I spoke about absolutely everything that is currently occurring with this update. How everything is rising, how everything is falling, how we're able to get a Titanic, how we're able to get turkey gifts, how a huge pet now has hit 15 million gems. But what do we do now in the sense of essentially making gems? You can't really make that much gems from this update. And we're going to be excluding the anniversary gift because that's too tedious to go ahead and farm. Now, in order for somebody to actually get on the leaderboard, obviously they have to consistently stay at a certain amount of pets. So that means that they're going to have to actually have a ton of these pets in order for the amount to be high enough. So that means that people are actually going to go out of their way and go ahead and buy these pets. But how much are people paying for these is the biggest question. So I actually went ahead and transferred all of my gems to an alt account. So I want to see how many gems that I'm able to accumulate over time passively by doing this. Now, I did spend basically all of the afternoon to basically overnight to go ahead and do this, and then I put everything else in a box. So I wanted to do a rainbow test and event pets. I don't know what worker doggy box is, but ignore the worker doggy box. Oh my god, I've showed my worker doggy box. So we're gonna go ahead and take all of these out real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and take out the event pets because these are important. I'm gonna also make sure that none of the other pets are essentially in a small box, so I gotta make sure every single one of these are out. All right, so I basically took all of the ones I could find out of my box. So this is the important part. How are we able to go ahead and get all of these bears, all of these chess mimics, all of the normal ones, and the regular ones? Well, I have a video that I uploaded on how you can basically get more luck, but I also basically hatched using this rainbow enchant thing, which helped me out a lot when it came to getting rainbow pets. We'll explain that further down the road because I combined both videos in today's video. Now, these are losing value. Keep this in mind. All of these pets that you're seeing here, except for the Titanics because we're not including that. And for some reason, Koi Fish, who is also here, we're going to exclude those. We're going to look at the autumn mimic chest and we're going to look at the teddy bear. Now, we are going to list all of these rainbow ones and we're going to see how much we're going to be able to make off of this. Every single day, these are losing value. So we want to make sure that we're able to make as much as possible before that Saturday update hits, and these are absolutely worthless. So it doesn't really matter how much I sell these for, so long as I am able to get rid of them. Now, according to the database, I am able to sell these for around 396,000 gems, but how long do I want to go ahead and sit on these at that price? According to the database, again, these are 396,400 gems. Your regular rainbow huge red wolf sells for 34,500,000. If I were to sell it at that base price, I would be making a little bit more than the actual worth of the huge red wolf. Now, to be quite honest, I don't think people are buying this for just the vanity of having the huge pet itself. People are buying this in order to go ahead and actually profit from being on the leaderboard itself. So it's really important that you guys keep that in mind when you are pricing things. However, remember, when you list these things for the wrap price given on the database, not everybody's going to pay that much. So you might end up getting stuck with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and visit a couple of places real quick, and we're going to teleport and see how much other players out there are listing their little rainbow teddy bears. So there's one here for 450,000, and this place looks a little desolate, so I don't see that many people actually just randomly teleporting in here unless they're specifically looking for that pet. So let's go ahead and teleport and find another one. And here we are. Somebody is selling theirs here for 400,000 gems, and the regular ones for 150. So obviously when you see that good deal section, that just lets you know that it is near the wrap price or exactly at the wrap price that they're going for. I don't have any gems, so I can't actually go ahead and look at anything, so we're just gonna pretend that we're just gonna ignore everything because I forgot I don't have any gems with me. And we're gonna go ahead and teleport one more time and then re-enter into a new server to go ahead and start listing our stuff. And this one is on sale for 468,000 gems. So yes, it looks like the average price of these are going to be at that under that 400,000 gems. So we're gonna leave and we're gonna come back and we're gonna set up our shop. So we're finally here at a booth. Now I am going to be listing this way under what the actual price is going for on the database. I'm gonna sell these for 370 each, and that's primarily because I don't care. These were free. I hit my microphone because I'm really getting into this right now. So 370 each. If we are able to sell this, we're able to make at least a little under 60 million gems, which I'm absolutely fine with. So 370, let us buy, let us go. However long this might actually take, I don't know. So what we're also going to go ahead and do is probably put up all of these as well. I have no use for these anymore because we don't have the event and everything on my thing is actually maxed out. So I'm going to go ahead and sell these for way cheaper. So we're going to say how much? 50k? We'll say 49k because I don't care. Now, if somebody were to go ahead and buy that, how much would that actually be? Let me just pretend that I'm buying stuff at my own booth, okay? That's 133 million, which I'm okay with as well. If this and this both sell, that's just a passive 200 million gems. All right, so it looks like I made my first 20 million gems from selling 420 gift bags, which is fine. I like how I keep hitting my microphone from recording because like my microphone is like so close to me that I'm just smacking it and whacking it. All right, so what other pets can we put up for sale? So the first one that we actually did was just the rainbow teddy bear, right? So I have a feeling maybe the gift bags are actually going to sell before the teddy bears itself do, but we'll see. Now the regular teddy bear looks like it actually goes for 154k on the database, meaning that I'm going to actually put this for a lot cheaper because I don't really necessarily need these all that much, and there's 325. So if I were actually going to list this for 140,000 each, if I were to times that by 10, this would make it about 14 million per one little chest mimic, which when you think about it in the grand scheme of things is actually crazy because when you think about it, that's how much you need in order to make just one chest mimic. But we have to remember, it's not so much about making the huge pet, it's about everybody wanting to get on the leaderboard, at least for the power itself. Chest mimic itself is going to be a little tricky. It is and it isn't, right? Because you only need 10 in order to basically make the huge. So what are we going to do with 34 of these? Well, let's go ahead and try to figure out the math. Because on the database, it tells you that it's only worth 1 million gems, you kind of have to figure out what is going to be the best price for you to sell this at. Technically, if you want to go ahead and sell 10 of them at around 1 million gems, you're only going to get 10 million gems. Of Of course, that's before the tax. But because I do want to go ahead and sell these, I want to make sure that I'm able to profit as much as possible from basically having these. So I do have the option to either one, go back to the event section, convert those, and basically sell them at the price that they're actually going for, or bite the bullet and just sell them as they are now. I did this one a little bit. I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to go ahead and convert these or if I just wanted to go ahead and price it just a little bit over what it's actually worth, because technically all somebody needs to do is buy 10 of these and they can go ahead and actually create it, right? And they can go ahead and resell it for whatever price they want to go ahead and sell it for. So somebody bought all of the rest of the baby teddy bears for 38 million gems, and that's complete profit too, because at the end of the day, I price everything enough for it to be competitive, but at the same time, enough for me to make gems without worrying about losing anything that's too crazy. That's why I always consistently tell everybody, at the end of the day, it's not so much how much you can make, it's how quickly you can go ahead and sell everything so you can go ahead and go back and repeat that process. At the end of the day, if this only takes me an hour to go ahead and sell, guess what? I can go ahead and go back into the zone and refarm everything and come back and remake all the same amount of gems in about an hour. Honest, these two huge red wolves I actually ended up hatching, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sell those for the wrap price because it's gonna sell anyways. It's only 15 million gems essentially. There's no reason for me to actually go under that. I do have a rainbow shiny teddy bear, so I'm kind of curious how much I can actually sell that for. So apparently this can actually be sold for 6.8 million gems, which I mean, I could technically sell. It is still losing value at the end of the day, so I mean, it's not gonna really bother me too much if I only sell it for 6 million. But if I feel like I'm gonna end up selling out of the huges first, I'll probably just end up removing this for right now and just leave these up basically to go ahead and sell out, and then we'll go back. So I'm on my final 9 bears right over here, so I mean, this is only like 3 million gems, so I'm not too worried about that. I am, however, contemplating basically converting these 10 into a huge. I feel like even though these are technically combinable, since, you know, obviously there's two things that can happen with this. Obviously, there is the worldwide board here, which people will buy pets for, but also on top of it, the seasonal leaderboard is something completely different. So if you sell some of these pets to go ahead and have people combine, this goes against that leaderboard for the event. So the more combinations that you have, the higher chance that you'll end up winning a chest mimic. So obviously that's also something that is, you know, taken into account. So I have two options. I can choose to sell those pets as is at the wrap that they're going for, and players will end up buying it, or I can go ahead and combine those pets and essentially make my own huge red wolf to go ahead and sell. At the end of the day, it's always consistently making sure that you're pricing everything very carefully and making sure that you're getting the most out of your value for your pets, of course, without being able to miss a few gems out of it. If I want to go ahead and actually sell all of these, if I want to go ahead and sell it at the wrap price of what the red wolf is worth, I can actually just list it for the 1.55 million, and this will equate to how much it is to basically get a red huge wolf. So if they choose to go ahead and convert this, and if they buy it all out, they'll make their gems back essentially just by converting the wolf and going out into the trade hub and selling the wolf for their gems back. So at the end of the day, I won't lose any profit, and guess what? Those players will also not lose profit. So it's a win-win situation, so long as they're able to combine that huge. The math equations real quick for these. Now, if you were to go ahead and sell all of these at the prices that you're seeing here consistently, right? If somebody were to buy 10 of these, then this is how much the rainbow one is exactly worth in its wrap price. So obviously they will sell if you price it correctly at the given wrap as shown for the huges. So I decided I wanted to go ahead and convert the chest mimics into the huge pets. Now I did list this at the wrap price because regardless of which, they're gonna sell anyways because they're 15 million gems. I was, you know, casually waiting. I sold one in the wrap, just went up by like 100,000, which makes absolutely no sense because the price is consistently at 15 million or exactly at wrap. So it technically went up. To be fair, I am going to just be selling absolutely everything related to this event. I am completely being being serious. I'm just getting rid of it all. So we're almost there to 400 million just from the stuff that we just basically sold today. So after some time has officially passed by, we have officially made 400 million gems. Now this is really important for everybody to just basically go out and sell absolutely everything related to this event. And I'm talking about the stat pets. The huge pets are here to stay, obviously, so it is up to the discretion of the player whether or not they want to sell their huges from this event or not. But anything stat related, gift bag related, stuff like that, sell those, get rid of them, because on Saturday we are getting a brand new update. I'm preparing myself finally to get started for what Big Games is calling a gargantuan sized update. What this means, I do not know. Am I prepared? I do not know. Am I scared? I do not know. Do we know what's going on? I do not know. Will Vapor Baby say it again? I do not know. Actually, they're coming out with an advent calendar, which is completely different from the previous update that we had last year when Pet Simulator 99 first released. So obviously we are going to be getting something different, and the final day on the 25th, we will be able to see what's inside of this ginormous house. And to be honest, it is a bit of a gargantuan sized house. It's a little suspicious. It's a little suspect. It's a little big. Seems like it could fit something gargantuan inside of it. Will it be what I think it is? What everybody else is thinking? Will gargantuan things come out? We do not know. But what I do know is hopefully you guys are able to make as much gems as possible before the update does come out. Of course, with that being said, because we are getting this update, I would love to know what you guys think of it. Here's a picture of it right here so you guys can visually see. Wowee, woo-wee. It's a big house. It's got 25 days on it. 25 days of Christmas. And the next person to win the next giveaway will get a huge pet. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. And again, make sure you sell everything related to the event so you can make all the gems as possible before this Saturday. So I completely forgot, and I literally almost forgot until I realized at the very end at the recording of everything is I need to give away the 2 huges that I actually promised from my last video. So thankfully, I have the 2 people here. So I have Pancake, I think that's what your name is, and I couldn't find any of my other huges from my other boxes. Like, I'm not even joking. My entire organization right now for my boxes is atrocious. It is bad. So I am giving you guys scarecrow dogs. Dude, I'm not even joking. This is the next huge that's also losing crazy value. I didn't even pay attention to this either, but this is the quickest thing that I was able to find. So hopefully you guys still appreciate it, even though that it is a stinky baby little huge.
Oh my god, Vapor Baby, it's not stinky, it's still a huge.
Well, I mean, it's a stinky baby as in, like, it's a stinky baby. It's not physically a stinky baby.
The huge is a huge!
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, anyways. Can't take myself seriously doing this, man.
I'm not okay.
Okay, bye.